Iran's leaders and the state media there are downplaying Israel's limited military strike. Iran has resumed all flights. Israel is not confirming or denying its actions, and so far is not expecting a retaliation. Joining us now, the former chief of staff of both the CIA and the Pentagon during the Obama administration, Jeremy Bash. Jeremy, great to see you. So Israel deliberately did not hit Natanz, one of Iran's most important nuclear sites, in that same city, in Isfahan, despite urging from the far-right members of the war cabinet to strike a major blow at Iran's nuclear program with this opportunity to retaliate. So it seems to me the message is, we can penetrate your country. We didn't take out your nuclear plant this time. Hit us again, and we will.
Yeah, Andrea, I think this showed that President Biden had a real influence on Israel's decision-making here. Because as you know, the United States was counseling that Israel's retaliation should be calibrated carefully so as not to trigger an additional round of retaliation from Iran. And that's exactly what Israel appears to have done. It appears to have fired missiles and not acknowledged it publicly, so kind of maintained this covert nature of this attack, or this operation, I should say, and fired missiles at radar installations that protect the nuclear facility at Natanz. And the message is unmistakable, which is, we can take down your defenses. If you attack us, our next operation will be against your nuclear facility. Now, I think it's important to note that the international community does not assess that Iran is building a nuclear weapon, but they are spinning centrifuges at Natanz, creating nuclear fuel that could then be further enriched to create bomb fuel for a nuclear weapon. And Israel has long been concerned about this and has long been discussing with the United States and other allies how to disable Natanz. And I think Israel is signaling we can do it if we want.
In fact, I've been told that they could be a week away from having enough fuel. They don't have the missiles, they don't have the delivery system, they don't have the bomb, but they could have enough fuel for a nuclear weapon within a week, which is an incredibly short breakout time. It would have been a year if the Iran nuclear deal had still been in place. Both Iran and Israel are staying quiet so far. No one in Israel is bragging. They're not claiming credit for this. What does that say about their intentions, at least, to avoid a wider war?
Yeah, well, it's really a tale of two aerial barrages. I mean, Iran's was public. It was highly telegraphed. It was 320 munitions. It was designed to inflict damage, not just against military targets, but potentially against Israel's population. It overflew Jerusalem in a very highly and public way. And Iran went 0 for 320. I mean, it completely and utterly failed with zero military effects. Israel's operation, on the other hand, was small. It was limited. It was highly calibrated. It wasn't publicly acknowledged, so it maintained this air of covertness. And it was designed to go after military targets only, without causing any civilian casualties or without triggering any other retaliation. So I think these are kind of the two sides of the coin. And again, I think it's clear that the Biden administration and the Israeli government are working very closely to deal with security issues in the region.
Prime Minister Netanyahu clearly ignored President Biden, though, urging him to, quote, take the win, although he did take it the least aggressive action, considering what was being recommended by the war cabinet. Last weekend, yesterday's strike, though, does tell you something more about Netanyahu's relationship with the president.
Yeah, you and I might disagree about this, Andrew. I don't think he ignored President Biden. I actually think he heeded the counsel of President. And I think it was because there were elements inside Israel that was saying, hey, let's not waste this crisis. Let's use this opportunity now that we've been attacked with 320 munitions to really go after and disable a significant portion of Iran's military and war-making capability. But I think inside the Israeli war cabinet, with the focus being on Hamas, finishing off the Hamas leadership, with Yahya Sinwar, the head of Hamas, still at large, with more than 100 hostages still being held, including, importantly, 5 American hostages we believe still to be alive in Hamas's hands, potentially in those tunnels, with other bodies of Americans who were killed not being returned to Israel, and with Hezbollah, a very capable terrorist military on Israel's northern border, exchanging fire with the IDF there in the north. With that as an Iranian proxy, I think the Netanyahu government said, let's focus on our own borders, on our own security, and let's leave the reckoning with Iran for another day.
Hey everyone, MSNBC has a new and improved app. You'll get real-time alerts and analysis, live blogs, in-depth essays, video highlights, and the best 2024 election coverage. Download the new MSNBC app. Here's how to do it. You tap on the App Store on your phone. You hit search on the bottom right corner. You type in MSNBC. You click on the MSNBC app. You click on Get or the cloud icon and enjoy it.